Do you think that the real estate market could get any harder for a buyer out there today? Well, you never know. It's kind of an interesting real estate world right now. But I wanted to share with you because, as a real estate professional here at Cindy DeCiani, I wanted you to see this article that I just found pre the holiday about CNBC saying, geez, the housing market's going to get tougher. Just what we wanted to hear, right? Because I know a lot of people sit back and say, how can it get harder? Well, for the first time, the number of home sales have actually dropped in 59 weeks, meaning we were at an all-time high a year ago, June. Okay. And so the number of listings actually dropped also from what was available. So in essence, we have even less inventory. So the question always comes to me is, Sin, if we have lesser amount of home, what happens? Supply and demand, right? Less amount of the supply, higher the demand, means prices can go up. So I don't think we're going to see them go up like they have in the past, partly because interest rates had crossed that 7% mark, right? And when they're a little bit higher than that, then all of a sudden you're finding buyers are kind of pulling away from the market because maybe A, they can't afford it, B, they don't want to afford it, they're thinking twice because maybe renting is getting to be about the same, maybe a little bit cheaper. So anybody that's out there in the real estate market right now knows that pickings are still very slim, right? Makes total sense in reference to that. And so we're still seeing multiple offers. Last year in 22, we had seen multiple offers of 10, 15 contracts per home, right? So prices were through the roof, just absolutely ridiculous. This year, we're still seeing multiple offers, but at a lesser volume. We're seeing two, three, four offers at a time on a property. Also, depending on price range, depending on location, depending on condition, we always talk about when you're going to sell your home, there's three things you have to consider: price range, location, and condition. And if any one of the three are out of alignment, we know what happens, right? So we have to think about that also as a buyer because that makes a difference. So if we're seeing housing levels starting to drop with less inventory, we still can see the demand, and we're seeing that right now. We're kind of past that pre-pandemic era where people had gone frenzy during the pandemic, but we're starting to see some builders who are really finally starting to see their build jobs being grabbed up a lot because guess what? There's inventory, they'll take it and they'll wait the 3 months, 4 months, 6 months, whatever it takes so they can get into a home. But we're starting to see a little bit of that sluggishness that's coming through from it. So just keep that in mind. I mean, Lawrence Yun, which is our NAR, National Association of Realtors chief economist, he basically said we'll still see the sluggish pending contract signings that have been out there, but each home probably still going to have a couple of offers. So as you're out there, just realize that you may still end up having a few other offers that you have to compete with. And as a seller, we want to be able to make sure our home is the best we can make it. So anytime you would like to talk about some of the things of what's going on in the market, that's what I'm here for. I try to bring this information to you every couple of weeks so that you know what's happening out there. Because guess what? It's the excitement of being able to buy a home and sell our homes. And we all want the same thing. We want to sell high, buy low. And that's understandable. So a lot of times I tell people, put your home on the market. We got to know where we're going. So many times what I try to do is try to help find some off-market homes so that maybe we can buy and not be up against those 3 and 5 and 8 other offers potentially. And so if you'd like more information on that, let me know. But I will also share this article so that you can actually see what's going on in our market. And I'd be happy to also show you our actual stats, comparing us month by month so you can kind of look through some of those things. So, hey, know and understand the market. When we're out there, I'm going to put a link to the Perfect Home Finder program I have below, and also a link to this article so you can read it and kind of look at it and, contact me for any questions.